Hello there, it's been a while since the last video, this one, when I was talking about the DLA and the transfer to the new benefit called PIP. Well, as I say, it's been probably nearly 2 weeks since that video, and things have moved on since then. First things first, I went to the CAB and had to go back again a week later. That was a week and a bit after I received the application form, which is now securely in this envelope. If you're wondering why I haven't posted it yet, and I have somebody that's going to look over it for me on Monday and just make sure that it's the best I can give as far as information, because they're looking for certain keywords and phrases that they need to see. The CAB, when I went back on this week on Tuesday, they helped me to complete the form and copy over all of the information that I typed out. So I spent about 4 hours over the weekend in one go, basically typing out my answers, because I can't actually fill in the form. They wouldn't be able to read my writing. I think I'm related to a doctor, maybe, I don't know. But they said that they could do that for me, but that's all they did. They didn't really add any value to the actual form itself. They didn't give me any sort of help and advice as far as what to put. So they left it to me to having spent my time, and I have no experience of this. I don't know what they're looking for. The phrases that I'm doing are phrases that I think are appropriate and truthful. Please bear that in mind. But there is no deception. There is no sort of twisting the rules just to get the benefit. If you do that, then you're obviously going to put yourself in a lot of trouble later on. If they do investigate you, or there's any issues, or you have to try and remember what you said. If there's not enough information in the application, they can, and they probably will, call you in for a meeting. So we have to go for a face-to-face. That was Tuesday, and it's been like maybe I've had the application form for a week and 2 days. Well, what was really annoying was the fact that I had a text from the DWP asking, basically telling me that they hadn't received my application form yet. Bear in mind, this was a week and 2 days after receiving it. And they basically told me that I needed to send it in ASAP, otherwise my benefits would stop and the PIP application would be cancelled. So on Monday, this chap is going to have a look through it and just make sure that it is the best it can be. But the thing is, there is a really tight deadline now, because it has to be back in by the 1st of March, which is Wednesday next week. So I really have to get that in the post by lunchtime on the Tuesday morning. Oh yeah, talking of that letter I've just shown you there, that's just arrived just now. It's now Saturday, the 20, what day is it? Let's have a look. 25th of February, so it's Friday, it's Saturday the 25th of February, and this letter has just arrived, and it is basically the same as the text, saying, "Dear Mr. Wright, you have not returned your form. Please return your form immediately, otherwise we're going to have to cancel your PIP application, and you may well lose your DLA. In fact, you will lose your DLA." Well, they gave us about a month to do it, 4 weeks at least, and this is only week 3. To be fair, you know, we're at the end of the week 3 that we've had this form. They are really persistent, and I really find it very, very frustrating that they are doing this badgering for the form. The form will go in on time. It's just like people doing their tax returns. People don't rush to do their tax return because they want to do a proper job, and there's a deadline, and the deadline is the 1st of March. Okay, we've got enough to worry about by losing the vehicle without you badgering me to have a form filled in that I cannot fill in because you have not provided me with a version that I can fill in. So the application there is actually 40 pages long. Obviously the format is there's 2 pages per question. It's not hugely difficult to fill in. You just need to have these keywords that people will tell you that they're looking for. It's gone past the point of worrying about it. You're just causing me so much stress that I'm just really ill at the moment, becoming ill with this. It's giving me constant headaches, and I feel like I'm going backwards in my life. I'm going back to the age of 8 where I couldn't walk anymore, and I really, you know, I had people telling me that I needed to go home and claim benefits for the rest of my life because I was disabled. That's basically the update for the PIP application, the DLA situation. That will end regardless. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. There is a 3-week period after they've decided. The CAB have told me that most of their dealings with the PIP application forms, they've been refused on the first time round, and some of them have been accepted on tribunal, or on the objection to the refusal. There is actually an extra step involved. So once you've had your refusal, you can actually appeal it. That's immediate. You can do that immediately, and then they will review your appeal, and hopefully you'll be awarded it. But if not, that is the point when the car goes back, and then you have to apply for a tribunal, and that can take anything from 3 months to 6 months in length before you even get to the tribunal. If you're lucky, then you overturn the tribunal, overturn the decision, and then you're awarded PIP, whatever rate that is. If it's a lower rate, then you don't get the car. That's simple as. I actually discovered this week that after all of this, that the money that I get for the DLA, I'm on the low rate for the DLA care, and the obviously the enhanced rate for the car, for the mobility section, which obviously I use to pay for the car. If I'm awarded just the normal rate care and the enhanced rate for mobility and the PIP, the DWP are actually going to be paying me a lot more money than I was on DLA. That really doesn't make sense to me. They're making all of this fuss and all of this hassle about saving money, and don't forget that when I go to tribunal, I'm saying when because it's more than likely going to happen, that costs money too. Now you may say I'm being very negative and very depressed about this. Well, yes, because I think it's entirely unfair that after 40 years that they are just ruining the people's lives, and there's only one way to describe this, as being vindictive, nasty and underhanded. And before anybody comments on the bottom of this video and saying, well, go out and get a bloody job, actually I do have an interview on Monday for a job, and hopefully if I get it, then I have to look at whether I'm going to be financially better off. But if I do get a job, then I will be employed, and I'm going to be employed in a good job. And it's also not full-time job either. I don't think I could do a full-time job with the current pain level that I have every day, and also B, because of all the other stuff going on with my health. I think the actual physicalness of the work, even though it is not really physical, it is just being able to be mobile. And also part of the job is I need to have a car to drive around. So that's ironic for you, isn't it? Having a full-time job that I can apply for, and then I not have a car to get around. But yeah, that's the future. I haven't got the job yet. Please note that I'm making every effort to try and find proper solutions to the issue. Anyway, so that's the update. And don't forget to like and share if you want to. Comment down below. Bye for now.